In the following lecture, we'll talk about the relationship between meaning, thought which exists in the mind of the users of a language, and the reality which exists outside in the world. We'll begin by looking into the basic concepts of the very ideas of words sense and concept. Sense may be understood as a level between the word and the world. It may be seen as a kind of mediation which help us understand the connection which exists between the words we speak and the world or the realities of the world they denote to in order to create certain meanings. In this regard, they may be seen as mental representations which exist in the mind of a speaker or the user of a language. Therefore, we might assume that a noun gains its ability to denote something by adjusting to the picture which emerges in the mind of a speaker. Does everything we talk about exist in the world outside, in reality? Because we can create mental representations only of those things which exist in reality. But does everything we speak or use as a language has a picture, has a representation? For that we need to see that does everything which exists in the world has actually a mental representation or not? Let's have a look at this question. It raises a question what mental representations are. And as I said earlier, the traditional logic or traditional debate in semantics and other disciplines of knowledge inform us that these mental representations may be seen as the images which have a resemblance with the word and the idea they refer to. So we can say that there is a relationship of resemblance between the word and the image which emerges in our minds. But this theory may be problematic when we turn to understand common nouns. For example, we may not have a common image for common nouns because images do vary from person to person as people develop their images based on their experiences, and as our experiences of life varies, so does the images which emerge in our mind in relation to various ideas. For instance, the word triangle may have a mental image or may have many mental images that emerge in the minds of the people who listen to this word triangle. For example, some people might take triangle as an equilateral image or equilateral triangle, and others might take it as a scalene triangle. So the pictures or images which emerge in the minds of a speaker or a listener might be different from speaker to speaker. It becomes very difficult to combine all the features of the images which emerge in the minds of various users of a language. Therefore, it is very difficult to develop some combined mental representations which may become universal for all users of that language. That takes us to concept. Concept includes those aspects of the ideas which may not be visual, because previously we have seen that sense, the traditional knowledge about sense leads us to mental representations, but concept is something which might include those non-visual, non-image aspects of an idea as well, and it may include the definitions in dictionaries also. For example, definition of a triangle in a dictionary may be a three-sided polygon classifiable by its angles or sides. And in this regard, we could include equilateral triangles as well as scalene triangles in this definition. So we can develop a comprehensive concept which might help us to understand what a word means. Describing some concepts may be very easy and simple because it is related to our perceptual stimuli. We could see them, we could feel them or smell them through our perceptions, or may touch them. For example, we have sun, water. The image of sun is very clear to us. All of us might have seen sun in our daily lives. We have also tasted water, seen water, felt water. So it's very easy to develop a concept or understand a concept of these words. But in comparison, some concepts may be very complex. For example, the concept of marriage, as it varies from culture to culture. And marriage may mean different to different people, even within the same society, especially in multicultural societies. And the word retirement, this may mean different to different people. So, and they do not have a concrete shape or image which we can actually look into. So, understanding such concepts or developing such concepts may be very difficult. Unless we have a good idea of what a concept is, we will not be able to understand meanings in a deep way. We need to develop a comprehensive theory of sense and concepts in order to develop a comprehensive theory of meanings. That's why Kempson has led us to believe that we should go for denotational semantics, in which we could analyze meanings in a formal way instead of psychological way. And this might reduce the burden of understanding meanings and concepts in some way. And we could probably develop a cognizable and easily understandable way of reaching concepts and sense.